It's been said that winter reminds us that even nature needs time to rest. Hey friends, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be decorating my kitchen for winter, and I'm going to have to apologize right now that this winter kitchen video isn't going to be as thrilling as the one I did last year. Last year, when I was filming my winter kitchen video, we were in the middle of probably the biggest snowstorm of the year. And so my power went out while I was filming, and I went ahead and left that in the video. So anyway, it won't be quite that exciting, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Last year I did more of a blue color scheme, and this year I'm going with a soothing winter green, and I think it's really pretty. So let's just jump right in. I'll just give you a quick peek at how my kitchen currently looks. I'm loving the fact that the sun is out today because for a change, I have great lighting for filming. To the right is where my coffee bar will be. That's where it always is actually, and that's where we'll be starting. There's also this counter to do to the left of my stove, and also I have this area above my refrigerator and pantry that I always like to decorate for the seasons as well. Although my kitchen is too small to have a designated coffee bar area, this area in this corner always works really well. You may recall in last year's winter kitchen video for my coffee bar tray, I used a sled, and I really liked that idea, but I wanted to change it up for you, so I'm just going with a tray. And to that, I'm adding some creamer. And then, as you can see, I made this arrangement ahead of time just using some leftover greens. The berry pick is new, by the way. I found them at a local decor store. They're kind of a coppery brown color, and I just fell in love with them. So you'll be seeing more of those.
Tick-tock, the clock keeps ticking. I don't know what I should do, and I wish you would be right.
And then because of the harsh stone backdrop, I wanted to add a little bit of warmth, so I'm bringing in this cutting board from Walmart. And you can't forget the candy, especially chocolate. My husband prefers dark chocolate. I don't, but I figured it might slow me down a bit, but not likely. And I thrifted this adorable little candy dish 2 or 3 days ago. It was a little pricier than I wanted. I think it was $2.53, but I knew I would use it on this coffee bar to hold my sugar.
I'm thinking of you, wondering if you're thinking about me too. Now it's too late. Now it's too late.
Now I'm going to tuck a strand of fairy lights through the bottom of this house. Granted, it's not always easy to fish it back out, but last time my son, who's 12, was nice enough to get it out for me, although his hands are getting almost as big as mine now, so I think I'm going to have to start using a tweezers. A little later, I'll be showing you how I made these snowflakes. I think they're the perfect winter cupcake topper. Of course, you could put them on cookies or whatever you like. I picked up these green glass trees from Walmart, and they were the first thing I saw that really inspired me to want to do green for my winter kitchen decor this year. These mini cups are really just for decoration, but I think they're cute and they work really well on these hooks.
I'm thinking of you.
So here is my completed winter coffee bar for 2025. Right after this, we're going to move to the open shelves above here.
Me too. Now it's too late.
My husband put these open shelves in last summer, I believe. There was originally cabinets here and we took them down, and this area has become my favorite area in my kitchen to decorate. I'm starting with this house canister from HomeGoods. I have another one like it that you'll see later on. I haven't really figured out what to store inside the canisters. Maybe it'd be a good place to hide some candy from the kids. Do you hide candy from your kids?
Don't know what I should do. I wish you would be right here with me. I'm thinking of you. Thinking of you. I'm thinking of you.
This glass cloche didn't go with this copper base, but I think it works okay. And then I hope it's not too much. I went back and forth about adding the snowflakes. I have one on this top shelf and I'll have one on the shelf below. And then here's some more of those coppery brown berries that I like so much. I actually think they're a lot prettier in person. And now moving down to the lower shelf, I'm going to start off with these Joanna Gaines cookbooks. As you can see, I'm putting the green cookbook on the top because it goes with my green color scheme. This candle is one of my favorites. It's from Antique Candle Company. It's called Mixed Berry Crumble, and I kid you not, it smells like you have a blueberry pie that just came out of the oven. And if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I thought I'd use the candle lid to give the tree a little bit of height. I bought these snowmen as a set from one of the decor stores that's in my local area. I thought their green scarves were perfect. So if you watched my last video, Thrifting for Winter Decor, you may remember I only spent $0.25 on this wreath. I found another one, not from a thrift store. I spent, well, this was $19, but it was half off for after Christmas, so $9.50. But I really wanted another one similar, and you'll see how I use that on my counter on the other side of my kitchen in a bit. So here I'm deciding which one I wanted on this shelf, and I decided to go with the cheaper one here. It's missing a little bit of its greenery, but I don't think you can tell as much because it's going to be kind of tucked back. It's probably dull hearing all my inner dialogue. I know some people enjoy hearing the thought process, but hopefully I'm not boring you too much. Here's the other canister that I found from HomeGoods, and as you can see, I added another snowflake, and now I'm just going to light my mixed berry candle. Now I'm going to show you one quick close-up view of this side of the kitchen that's finished, and then we'll move on to the rest of the kitchen. Moving on to the left side of the sink. This lamp is from Birch Lane. They have other color bases as well, and I can link it if you're interested. I wanted to leave the lamp on because I think it looks so cozy, but I was afraid it was causing some distracting shadows. You may remember this snowman from my thrift haul for 99 cents. I gave you a sneak peek of how I was going to use him in my kitchen. I don't know what he's supposed to be used for, but I think it makes a good brush holder. This picture is from Hearth and Hand. It's called Countryside Skier. There is a little guy that's skiing, but you have to really look to find him. He's on the left in the middle. In just a moment, we'll move on to the counter to the left of my stove. This is where the other wreath, my new wreath, ended up. I picked this up last week. And you may remember this whimsical snowman that I love so much. And then here I'm adding in these Hearth and Hand salt and pepper grinders. This lantern was from the at-home store and I got a steal on it. I picked it up for 75% off after Christmas. You gotta love those after Christmas sales. Okay, I gotta show you guys this. This deer has holes on the side of him. I've never seen this before and I didn't even really pay attention till after I got it home. Apparently there's a fragrance that comes out of those holes, but what a weird place to put them. And that's all I'm going to say about that. In a moment, we'll move on to decorating my little island table. I just have a little centerpiece, and then we'll do the upper shelf above my pantry and refrigerator. I'm just using this marble riser, and to that I'm going to put a little candle house and a little Christmas tree. I don't want too much on this table because we use it for everything, for cooking, eating, and it's kind of our catch-all, to be honest. Whoops, you can see in the background I still have my Billy Jacobs Christmas picture up. So I pulled out and set out all the things I plan to use on my upper cabinets, and you'll see that I found a lot of mini flocked trees. They're all from Amazon. I'm just starting off by stacking some random ceramic risers. They didn't come together, but I just went from large to small. And of course I have to use more deer because I love deer and I love animals. So I'm adding these 2 deer. They're from Menards. I don't know if you folks down south, like in the southern part of the United States, have Menards. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's similar to a Home Depot. I think those are everywhere. I think. I found these adorable snowshoes on Amazon. They were a little pricey. I think they were around $30 if I'm not mistaken, but I will link them if I can. I probably could have used a lot more flat trees, but I spread them out the best I could, and of course I staggered the heights. I think it all works out. You may recognize the lantern. It's from Hobby Lobby. It's been quite a while since I've taken a minute to introduce myself on my channel. I don't like to do it on every video because I think it becomes pesty, but I do promise to make it brief. My name is Rachel. I like to tell people that I live in the beautiful Wisconsin woods, and I do. I've been married to my husband for, well, I almost don't like to say anymore because it makes me sound old. Oh well, we've been married 21 years, but you know, I got married really young. But on another note, I'm a homeschool mom. We have 3 children total and 2 still at home. My channel is all about home decor and homemaking, so if that sounds like content you might be interested in and you have not subscribed yet, I invite you to subscribe. I'd love to have you. And in just a few seconds, as promised, I'll show you how I made those snowflakes if you're interested in staying for that. They're actually kind of fun to make, and if I can do it, you can do it too. And then per usual, at the end, I will wrap this video up face to face. Once again, here's what the snowflakes look like, and now I'm going to show you the process. So I started off with a ruler and just drawing out the snowflakes by hand with a pencil. And then I went over them with a Sharpie marker. I promise you, you don't have to be an artist to do this because I am so far from that. Then I taped the paper to a cookie sheet and placed a piece of wax paper over the top of that, then taped that down as well. Here I'm showing you the almond bark that I'm using, and I'm just going to put it in a bowl in the microwave. After it's melted, I'll put a couple scoops of it into a bag, either a sandwich bag or a gallon bag, whatever you have. Don't put too much in because it gets hard pretty fast. Then you'll just trace over the Sharpie marker. I didn't bother to do the little intricate lines on the inside of the snowflakes because I found it to be a little more challenging than I expected. Now for the fun part, peel them off the wax paper carefully. I ended up breaking 1 out of the 6 that I made, so it wasn't usable. I think if you practice this, you could get really good at it, but it definitely required more time and patience than I expected. And although these certainly won't win a blue ribbon, I thought it would be fun to try it out and share it with you. If you enjoyed this video, would you click the like button? I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing that. That helps out my channel. You may notice I have some spring decorating going on in the background, so I'm pretty excited to get that going. Tonight, we're expecting a snowstorm. It might miss us yet, so I am hoping so. I will link last year's winter kitchen video if you're interested in seeing it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, stay thankful.